Hello YouTube and welcome back to Fire Gaming Project. So in this short video, I'll be doing a quick discussion about and sharing my thoughts about who you should poll in 3.7, which is upcoming in basically a day or so from now. For me, it's about 12 to 18 hours for me, but some of you may be earlier. So yeah, let's get to it. So on phase 1, we'll be getting Yoimiya and Yae Miko, and we'll get the debut of Kirara, the 4-star sword Dendro user. And then in phase 2, we'll be getting Kazuha and Alhaitham. And yeah, all of these are solid characters for sure, but let me share who I think are the best and who you should skip or who you should pull. So Yoimiya, let's start with her. I prefer Yoimiya over Yae Miko in phase 1. If you have to pick between the two ladies in phase 1, I would go with Yoimiya. I find that her gameplay is just straightforward and clean. Some people might consider that a negative, but I don't mind it. Some people may go for Yae Miko, but I find her very, very clunky. I really can't stand doing her skill and getting hit while I'm doing it. You may have seen my struggles in the Spiral Abyss in basically the recent few times already. I just really cannot stand using this character. The more I use her, the more I despise how she gets hit when I'm doing the thing, when I'm doing her skill and trying to get in and out of things, and that's just me possibly as a not that great of a user of her, but I just find that she's not easy to use at least, or she's clunky to use for me, so I don't prefer her. But yes, both of them, since I have both of them, if I want to talk about constellations, I will completely share that too. So for her C1, basically it'll just restore energy for her whenever she does her burst basically, and then for Yoimiya, her C1 is just gonna give her some extra prolonged time for her burst as well. So both of them are gonna technically indirectly get a little more DPS time out of it. They're not required to get C1, so I'm not gonna be pulling for either of them. I already own them both, right? But I prefer Yoimiya gameplay over Yae Miko's, and you'll see that when I go to the Spiral Abyss or to do certain events or certain content, I do use Yoimiya as well. I hardly ever use Yae Miko except for the Spiral Abyss recently, because there's that Matrix boss, which I do use her for, but I technically shouldn't, and I've seen other players showcase where they don't even use her for that. They can get rid of that boss really easily with other characters, so maybe I just need to be better at that. Okay, speaking about the phase 1 new character 4-star, Kirara, I do plan to get one copy of her, so hopefully I can get her quick and save some wishes for future polls. I don't spend in this game at all, so not anymore, since 3.6 completely. Prior to that, the battle pass already stopped for several cycles already, several patches, and the welcome finally ran out for me for 3.6, so I've not refreshed it anymore. So yeah, basically I'm just using whatever we can collect from playing the game. So yeah, I would like to get my Kirara earlier, and that would be great. Just get one copy is fine. I don't expect much from her, but I would just like to get one copy of her. Alright, so next we have, for phase 2, we have Kazuha and Alhaitham. Now, Kazuha is an amazing must-pull character in my opinion. He's still a must-pull even after him being launched for over 2+ years now, because he was launched I think at the end of year 1 technically. So yeah, but regardless, he's still a good character and he's still very useful. Of course, other characters have come along the way as well, but regardless, I think that Kazuha is still a must-pull character. Enough said with that, right? Alhaitham has become a really powerful character as well. He's one of the best Dendro DPSs in the game, if not the only one, I guess, that's specifically for Dendro DPSing. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? I mean, Kabe is a sub-character, a support, and Baju's a healer. Nahida is kind of like a support, right? Yeah, I think that, and then Yang Yao is also a healer, so that basically, Alhaitham is the best Dendro DPS. Oh, Tainari, there's that too, and Kole. So Kole is more like a support, and Tainari can be a support or a main DPS, but it depends. I would feel like Alhaitham is stronger in that area. So regardless, Alhaitham, in my opinion, is a must-pull. If you are lacking somebody that can do damage on the Dendro side, because a lot of them are support characters, right, then Alhaitham is a must-pull. And I'm really glad to see that Hoyoverse reran him within the Sumeru series of patches, because in a way, they avoided at least for now, they're kind of avoiding what happened to Shenhe. Shenhe was released last year near the end of the Inazuma series of events, and then obviously she got delayed over well over a year before she reran this year. So hopefully they're avoiding that with Alhaitham, which they are. The only other one that to consider is Wanderer, which hasn't seen a rerun yet, but maybe he'll get a rerun next patch in 2.8, and then that will take care of all the new Sumeru-related characters. Baiju, of course, just got released, so he's not going to be rerunning anytime soon. So there's that. Now, to sum this up, of these 4 5-star characters, Yoimiya, Yae Miko, Kazuha, and Alhaitham, who is a must-pull and who is not a must-pull? I pretty much answered it, but let's just summarize. Kazuha and Alhaitham are must-pulls, and Yoimiya and Yae Miko are definitely optional, but if you have to pick between the two ladies, I would prefer Yoimiya. And if you only had to pick between one of the two male characters, it depends on what you're going for then. If you're looking for Dendro DPS damage, then of course it's Alhaitham, right? But if you're looking for like crowd control and overall like support in terms of like being able to like to group characters together, also to do the Animo damage, and to do all of that, and the reactions with Animo. The word is escaping me right now, but the reactions with the swirl. There we go. The swirling with Animo. Then you would go with Kazuha, in my opinion. So anyway, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys pulling for any of these 5-star characters, or are you going for Kirara, or are you going to skip all of these altogether and save for a future banner? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next